the environmental cost of a commute to work or school. It's kind of, the last thing they want to think about, especially when they're stuck in traffic like I am. At this moment on I-96 going to school. It takes me about an hour, like 5 minutes to get to school, whereas according to your Census Bureau information, 2005-2009, it takes about 30 minutes to get to school or to work from Livingston County where I commute from. Well, it's really not the case. Especially when, like 87% of people from Livingston County drive alone, and, most of those people commute. About 62% of people from Livingston County commute from work.
Okay, we're gonna take a little drive. It's my daily commute to school. Alright. Well, just so you know, there are 4 different ways for me to get to school. I can walk, which would take me about an hour. I can bike. That takes about a half an hour. There's bus 145, which is kind of a pain because it only comes at certain times. And yes, I can make it to class on time, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to get home at a reasonable time. And it's just, I have to stand at the stop and all that stuff. And I don't think it's worth it. Which leaves us with this, driving, which is the 4th thing I can do, and I am doing. It takes me about 10 minutes, which is a lot better than all the other options. Plus it's more convenient. I mean, I have my own car. It's not like, I don't know, it just works out better. My commute doesn't take me that long. It's only a 5-mile trip.
So we're passing Evergreen, and Evergreen, and here's a pedestrian, I want to get hit, but Evergreen does have a bus that runs all the way out to Dearborn, to Fairlane actually, which is across the street from school. So there is an option where I pass the stop at least. I mean, I pass the stop every day, and that is an option for transportation for me. There's also, like I'm traveling Grand River now, there's also the Grand River bus to Southfield. But I don't know that that route is still one that is available, given all of the different types of construction that we've had.
So instead of me videotaping my way to school, since it's a nice long journey of just rush hour traffic and me sitting around and getting frustrated, and I really don't have much to say in terms of alternative transportation. No buses run through my area that will take me to class on time, and I can't bike 45 miles each way. I'm pretty positive I'll have a heart attack instead. So I decided I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to take you guys to the garage, and we're going to take a look at our vehicles and what we can do every single time we fill up our gas and every time we perform maintenance to try and get the most gas mileage possible out of our vehicles to offset as much carbon as possible. Okay, so here we're looking at the engine of a 1995 Dodge Neon. This is not my engine in my car. Mine's a little cleaner than this. But let's just point out a couple highlights here because it's really easy to see. One of the things mentioned, especially by the US Fuel Economy.gov website, is the fact that we want to make sure their spark plugs over in this area here, these 4 spark plugs are well maintained. They're placed at the proper levels, usually like right around 12,000 miles. When you pull them out, you want to make sure you're checking for things like they're not covered in oil, they're not burning too hot, yada yada yada, etc., that kind of stuff. Now this one might be a little tough to see, but right down here is the O2 upstream O2 sensor for a vehicle. When those replace, it generally kicks out a check engine bed light, check engine soon light, whatever the case might be in your vehicle. And actually, when that goes bad, it has the ability of reducing your gas mileage up to 40%. In fact, when I first got my Neon, I had the bad one. I was only getting about 12 miles a gallon as opposed to the 32 I was supposed to be getting on the highway with the manual transmission. One myth that's actually been debunked on fuel-injected vehicle is the fact that everyone says make sure you have a clean air filter. Make sure you have a clean air filter, it improves your gas mileage. It's been actually been proven in a couple studies that a new air filter does not help the gas mileage in a fuel-injected vehicle at all. This is only good for carbureted vehicles. Now, many cars that were made previous to 1992 where fuel were carbureted, some had the option. Everything after 1992 has been fuel injected. So unless you're driving an old car, it's really not going to see that much of a difference. Just one of those things they always tell you, but it's actually not true.
One final thought. The Mythbusters just recently did a study on whether having the AC running full blast or all the windows down which was more fuel efficient for the vehicle. Computer studies show that it should be right about the same, so if you want to do either or, it'd be no different. So they decided they took the same SUV, they took with a difference of one with the windows down, one with the AC cranked up, same amount of gas in each vehicle, took it around their circle test track. And the one with the windows down ran for an additional 40 laps beyond that of the one with the AC. So what's this tell us? Well, it says that not everything runs in a perfect world. So on days like today when it's 75 and sunny out, the nice breeze going by, unroll the window in the driver's side car and just really enjoy the day and save a whole lot of gas in the process.